Video game prices keep going up. Everything's getting more expensive.
Yeah, like the new GTA game is rumored to be like $100.
And the new Switch 2 and the Switch 2 games might be $500 for the console and $80 for a game.
We're in trouble.
Yeah. So we've decided to throw it back and go retro. What if we try to find one Game Boy, one Game Boy Color, one Game Boy Advance?
Okay.
Does that sound fun? All right, let's do it. We're going to build the best collection of 100 games for as cheaply as possible.
Around $20 or less.
All right, there's a bunch of cheap GBA games here. And we're gonna focus on the Game Boy family because we love portable gaming, and Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance are amazing consoles. And we take you along with. Our goal is to prove that you can still have an amazing retro video game collection and build it from scratch for cheap. This is the Retro 100. Everybody had Namco Museum, right? It's just the game that you have if you have a Game Boy Advance.
Out of spite, I'm gonna say no.
Pong, Asteroids, the Earth's Revenge. That's cool.
What's this one?
Monster Rancher. Monster Rancher's a contender. You like the monster collectors?
Are they monster collectors or are they just like breeding games?
Oh, maybe that's why we should pick them up and determine if that is something we should get.
So learn about them?
Yeah. Let's learn about some Monster Rancher.
Kirby's Pinball.
Kirby's Pinball's great. It's a $15 game.
Maybe we should search online real quick and see if the GBA games are any good.
Yeah.
Like, I know this game is a good game.
So we'll get that one. Can we take a look at this Monster Rancher? It's like taped, so we don't know a lot about Monster Rancher. Are these decent games? Or are they like Pokemon collectors, or are they
kind of like in that same arena where everybody was trying to make Poke clones, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know too much about it, I'll be honest with you. I was in high school when Pokemon came out.
Yeah.
So it was a little too cool for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So we're trying to build an amazing Game Boy collection.
Okay.
Game Boy family, Game Boy Color,
Yeah, yeah.
Game Boy Advance. And we're thinking that these two are probably going to be the best choices for now. What do you think?
right on.
Good ones?
Those are solid titles.
Solid
yeah.
titles? All right, we're going to give it a shot.
Especially that Kirby game. I mean, very rarely does Kirby miss, you know what I mean? Yeah.
This is Setzer, and he's our favorite little kitty, and we told him that when we had 100,000 subscribers, he's going to get extra treats. So if you could subscribe and help us get there, that would be so awesome.
Thanks so much.
For our Retro 100 quest, we want you to drive our pickups, so make sure you comment below and give us your game recommendation. Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, under 20 bucks, great games. We'd love to hear from you. Since for the first video, we're not going to have a lot of guidance from y'all in the comments, we're going to try to do this on our own, and I think the best way to do it is to check the reviews.
Yeah.
If it's not better than 7 out of 10, we probably shouldn't get it.
Right.
So let's take a look. Looking at GameFAQs, Monster Rancher on GBA, 6.5 and a 76. That's real close. Whereas what was the other game? Mario vs. Donkey Kong? So Mario vs. Donkey Kong GBA is 7 out of 10. It's probably the better bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll put this one back.
We're going to switch it up. We're going to go to the Mario vs. Donkey Kong instead.
Okay.
Okay.
No worries.
Okay, there's our two winners. Now we need to find a Game Boy Color game.
Okay.
15 and 20. Would you do 30 for both? That's fine. Awesome. Thank you so much. So we'll get those. We're also going to choose one game every video that was recommended by the JRPGLife Patreon community. Make sure you click the link in the video description if you want to join in on the fun. Honestly, this is how we play often. Like one person playing mobile or handheld and the other person playing on TV. Like, it's pretty common.
Works out well that way.
Yeah.
That way we don't have like two TVs going at once.
Yeah. So I'm playing Mario vs. Donkey Kong in my Analog Pocket, and then she's playing Kirby's Pinball on the Super Game Boy. There's a lot of portable games here. So, color Game Boy games, I mean, that would be sweet, but that's very expensive. Like, I doubt any of these are going to be good. Maybe Tom and Jerry. Should look up Tom and Jerry really quick. Yu-Gi-Oh! I just don't know anything about. But Tom and Jerry, let's see. Tom and Jerry for Game Boy Color. IGN gave it a 4 out of 10. Well, that's probably not going to be good enough. I'll bet you Game Boy Color is going to be one of the hardest to find. Like, really good games. So, there are other good games here, though. Like Conker's Pocket Tales.
Yeah.
It's a Conker's game. It's got to be good. That might be worth it. It is Game Boy Color. Well, it's a Game Boy game, but it plays on the Color or the regular Game Boy. I think, yeah, look it up real quick. Let's see. So 6 out of 10. I mean, that's not good enough. All right.
This was one of the original games I had growing up.
It's great because like it's good for all ages. Like everybody knows pinball.
Yeah, I mean, I might not be good at it, but I still enjoyed it.
Right. What's fun about this is instead of doing like checking prices constantly, we're just checking quality. It's kind of more fun to do that because then you can get a good synopsis on if it was an enjoyable game or not. So we also have Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle. That's probably going to get pretty good ratings.
That one's not Game Boy Color though.
Oh yeah, that's true. We got to go find more Game Boy Color of the games. $20 for Mario vs. Donkey Kong is great. This just got a remake, and I believe it's literally the GBA version that's on Switch.
Yeah.
And I played through most of that. It's great. Talk about some uncommon strategy guides. Have you ever seen a La Pucelle Tactics strategy guide?
Yes.
You have? Oh, okay. Well, what about Front Mission 3?
That one's super rare.
Yeah. What's under it?
I've seen this one a lot.
Yeah.
That's
we get
five. Like,
that is cool.
I've seen that one.
Yeah. Very neat. Are you playing soccer? Get it! The octopus is a good goalie. You got one! Got two.
It's like a bonus stage, I think.
That's awesome. There's a few here. Shrek is probably bad, right? Tarzan, I don't know. Turok 2? I wonder at Turok 2. It's a decent game on N64, so like it's got to be decent on Game Boy Color. Turok 2, Seeds of Evil, GBC.
I got it for being 2.5.
Out of 5? Dang it. It is pretty hard to find cheap, good games on the Game Boy. We're going to find them though.
Can you get them at a price on it?
Oh, no, thank you. We're looking for a higher rated game. Appreciate it. So, great deals. These are awesome collection feels. A puzzle game and a pinball game as our first two.
And like Kirby is like classic. And so you have all the classic Kirby sound effects and songs that you might be familiar with.
I love it.
So like solid pickup.
Yeah. Any other Game Boy Color stuff? Or this is all you have left? Nice. A few stuff over it? Okay. Sweet. Oh, man. Look at that, honey. They have a complete in-box Riviera. That's cool. Fortress. That's pretty cool, too. Retro City Games, one of our favorite stores. They've got to have something. Oh, how about this? Wario Land 3. Pull it up. Let's see if it's good. It's got to be decent, right? It's a Wario Land.
Or, but I think it's
Because of the quality. It's got to be a more valuable game, but this store's really good about pricing things lower when they're like damaged. But you know what? If it plays the same, collect it.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. All right. Anything else here? Well, Donkey Kong Land 3 is $300, so that's not going to work. But, all right. We're interested in that guy.
Well, Wario Land.
Yeah.
Perfect condition, right?
It looks beautiful.
$10.
Seriously?
$10.
Deal. Sweet. Thank you so much. Actually, I have 10 available. So what is this game? Banjo-Kazooie Grunt's Revenge? Grunty's Revenge? Looking it up. Grunty's Revenge. There it is. Where's it rated? 4.2 out of 5? Yeah, that's really good. All right. So that's priced. I love the label damage. What'd you do on that guy?
How about 20 for the pair?
20 for both?
Just grab it.
Let's do it.
Sounds good, man.
Awesome. Thank you. That's cool. All right. So we got a nice stack already. So that's four games so far we have.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw a quick value proposition at you, okay? So real quick, if you wanted to buy a brand new game right now, you could buy it. You could buy it online, you could buy it in a store, but if you wanted to trade in your old games towards the new game, there are very few options to do that. The main one being GameStop. And they're not going to give you very much store credit. Well, check this out. I'm going to show you how to save money twice. First of all, you can buy this game on Goodies, and it's worth about $56 currently on Price Trading Market. And on Goodies, you can get it for $39. So that's already a discount. But what if you wanted to trade in your old games? Well, you can now do that through Goodies. They have a trade-in feature right here at the bottom. And when you want to trade in a game, it gets even better. So trade-in credit is great, but any game you trade in that's worth over $40 and complete in box, they guarantee to give you 70% of the value towards buying that brand new game. That's incredible. You're getting a discount and you're getting 70% trade-in value. I don't know of another place that's going to do that. Download Goodies, check it out now, start trading in your games for brand new games. You just can't beat it. Wow, look at that. So you said it's a UK exclusive? Wow.
That is one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Really?
100% Europe.
That is so cool. So would you call these collector quality? I love it. I love games that are like torn up because you know what? They need homes. And the cool thing about when you go to an expo like this is the Phoenix GameOn Expo 2025, you're gonna get great deals.
Yeah.
Especially when they look like this because nobody wants to buy them. But you know what? If they play, we want to buy them.
I mean, it's nice when stores price so less desirable labels
Yeah.
for a good deal, because that's a fantastic way for you also to collect excellent games that might be a little more expensive for a great deal.
Absolutely. Playing some GameCube. No, it's actually just a GBA player, Game Boy player. I keep calling it a GBA player, but it's a Game Boy player. I'm gonna play Wario Land 3. I loved Wario Land 4 on GBA, so Wario Land 3 has got to be good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I played that growing up too.
Yeah. We're at Trenchcoat Merchant, and they have a bunch of portable games here. So Lego game, what was this? Alpha Team, never heard of it. Tony Hawk Pro Skater, what is this, 2? Probably?
Probably 3.
3? Those talking voices are horrible.
A little like goofy, but not able to speak clearly.
Top Gear Pocket. This is a
Rumble game.
rumble game with no battery cover. Okay. A couple options. 007. And then a bunch of random chase secret. I'm probably most curious about maybe this one. I don't know. I don't like that it doesn't have the battery cover though.
Yeah.
I do wish I could skip the cutscenes. All right, so looking at Game Boy Color, there's Tetris DX. You know Tetris games are always highly rated, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if they would do 20 on it because that's going to be fun. Would you do 20 on that guy? Awesome. Okay. That would be great. We'll do that. Thank you so much.
Whoa. I don't know. Is Game Boy Advance just after? Yeah.
I feel like there's graphical errors going on here. Yeah, I'm like falling. Oh yeah, there's something weird going on. I'm gonna start this game over here, which sucks. Nope, it's still really broken.
Ah.
That's really weird.
Oh man, did we get a bad game?
I think we did. I think we're going to have to call it dead. Shame, because we got this from Retro City Games, and they're great. So like, I'm sure they'd switch it out if we brought it up to them, but
yeah,
we probably just need to check it and clean it. To be perfectly clear, we don't blame this store at all. You'd have to play the game for like 10 minutes through mandatory cutscenes before even realizing it's broken, and most stores aren't going to do that. And honestly, next time we're in the area, I'm sure that they're going to take care of us. Here at Everchange, and they have a good stack of portables. The one I'm most curious about is Lego Alpha Team, but it's only a 5, unfortunately. So 5 out of 10 isn't good. But Micro Machines V3, we just looked up, that one IGN gave a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
For a Game Boy Color game like that. So we should try that. That could be really fun.
What about that Midnight Club?
Midnight Club could be, and then Dexter's Laboratory right behind it too. We should look those two up. Tetris DX is basically Tetris. You don't need to watch me play Tetris, but it has 3 extra modes. So it has Ultra, which is like, I think it's how much can you get in like, what is it, 10 minutes or something? Let's see. Yeah, so it's how many lines and what's the highest score you can get in 3 minutes is what it is. And then you have the 40 lines, which is how fast can you clear 40 lines, and then you have versus computer. So that's kind of the neat new modes of it. That's about it. And obviously versus regular Tetris, it also has the ability to save your scores. So like in Ultra, I've had some decent scores so far. So cool game, but it's Tetris. Everybody knows Tetris. All right, so Midnight Club is a 4.5 out of 10.
Ooh.
Not good enough.
No.
And then looking at that Dexter's Laboratory game, that one is actually a 7 out of 10. And it's only a $10 game, so maybe we should try that one.
Is that a platformer?
I don't know. Looks like it is.
Cool.
Yeah, let's give it a shot. All right, we'll take that Dexter's Laboratory and the Micro Machines. Take those two. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Look how clean that box is. It's only $800 I think. Look at that sort of hoe box.
That definitely doesn't work in the series.
No, but it's so beautiful.
It is. I love the rainbow.
Yeah.
Look, there's Tetris TX.
In the box. Yeah, very cool. Oh, there's some portables over here. How's it going? Good.
Oh, you know what?
Oh.
That cosmic tank. I wonder how that's rated that we bought. That was $20.
That's true. We'll have to take a look. So this is actually day 3 of the Phoenix GameOn Expo, and it's the day we chose to start the Retro 100 journey.
We actually had a guy from Game Dudes in LA recommend Cosmotake to us a few months back that was top rated Atlas game for like $20.
Yeah, we picked it up on day 1. We totally forgot. Great Game Boy stuff. What was the game we were looking for on Game Boy?
Game Boy?
Or was it Game Boy Advance? No, it was Game Boy. There was a new one we learned about, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, the Atlas one?
Yeah.
Cosmic Tank.
Cosmic Tank.
Yeah.
We gotta keep our eye out for that.
It's like really generic looking too.
Yeah, and it was original Game Boy, like that one. That's it. Oh, geez. Okay. I think we'll take Cosmic Tank. Cosmo Tank. I'm glad you remembered that. I couldn't remember the name.
I'm glad you reminded me that we were looking for a Game Boy game.
Take a look here. Oh, you might have the manual for it? Oh man, that's cool.
Oh yeah, I do.
Oh, sweet. All right, we'll take that. Let's grab money. Cosmo Tank is interesting because it was recommended to us by it was a guy from Game Dude, right?
Yeah.
We were shopping around Game Dude and an employee there was like, you should get this game. I've never heard of it. We can't guarantee we're always going to pick up this many games in one video, but at an expo, it's a perfect opportunity to do so. When we go to local stores, we're going to find 1 or 2, you know. What is this? Your shields are now at full strength. Oh, cool. Okay.
I like that. It's got a little anime character or something.
Yeah. This is going to be fun. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure you comment below and recommend the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance game under $20. That is awesome. And we're not going to look at rating systems. If you say it's awesome, we're going to try to pick it up. We're going to pick a few from every single one in the comments. So thank you guys again. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Spiders. Too many.
Kind of like crabs.
There's a cave. What the heck? I'm in first person mode now.
And then this first person part is pretty interesting.
Oh, here we go.
Kind of makes me think of an RPG.
Yeah, it's got
the dungeon crawling.
it's like sort of Hope on Game Boy.